Archaeologists have begun a major new excavation of the Roman city of Pompeii. It was destroyed nearly 2,000 years ago after Mount Vesuvius erupted. Our science editor Rebecca Morrell reports.
With Vesuvius looming over it, a Roman city perfectly preserved, exactly as it was on the day of a violent eruption 2,000 years ago. But now new secrets are being unearthed in Pompeii's biggest excavation in a generation. Layer by layer, archaeologists are revealing a new snapshot of how Romans lived and died. This is one of the main streets of Pompeii. It would have been a hive of activity, but let me take you through this entrance into one of the newly excavated areas. This is an atrium, the heart of the building, with a series of rooms running off to each side. At its centre would have been a fountain gently splashing. And you can see, if you come down here, the beautifully preserved white mosaic floor. And the plumbing looks as if it could have been installed just yesterday.
This is a room where two beds were standing.
This bedroom, just off the atrium, was the scene of an intense fire. These charred remains are all that's left. A relic of the chaos and ensuing panic of the eruption.
It really was, hell on earth. So we have the eruption, of course, the hot ash arriving, earthquakes.
The team thinks the fire might have been started by a lamp knocked over by people trying to flee.
Victims of the eruption, but also
their fate is unknown.
It would be interesting to understand who were the people who didn't make it. Were they the poor, or maybe people who had property and who tried to stay because they were maybe afraid to protect what they have, and others who had just nothing, just took and ran.
The discoveries keep on emerging. From an unusual shrine adorned with snakes where people left offerings of food, to piles of roof tiles left exactly as they were, suggesting a room that was mid-renovation. This was a building where people lived and worked. The team here are trying to work out what the different rooms were used for. This one is pretty obvious though. This is an oven, very similar to an oven you'd see in Naples today, but it is way too big to be inside a home. So most likely this was a wholesale bakery making bread for the people of Pompeii. There was something like this on the menu, a possible pizza found on a recently revealed fresco. But there have also been some morbid discoveries, 3 skeletons found buried under rubble. The moment was captured by a documentary crew for the BBC's 3-part series on Pompeii's new dig. The bones are extremely fragile. They've been taken to the on-site lab for closer examination.
We have 2 women, probably, and a child, and are totally destroyed by the collapse of the roof.
These bones bear the scars of the horror from what started as a normal day.
Pompeii is a city of horrible stories. For the people, not for the houses, for the frescoes, for the object, but for the people, yeah. We start to study the reconstruction of the story of these people to give them a new memory. Only in Pompeii you can see the life of the people, of the Roman people.
This excavation has already given up some incredible new treasures after only a few months. But this is just the start. A third of Pompeii still lies buried beneath the volcanic soil. There are many stories left to tell about this lost Roman world.